Today we're going to be giving you context on whether or not you should be doing video work for free. And hint, you should be. Kind of. I'm Weston. I own a film production company and I'm a director for commercials and films.
I'm Jason, and I'm an assistant director for commercials and films, and music videos, and a whole bunch of other things.
Well, you're like director of music videos and stuff.
That's true.
Anyways, we get paid to do things within film production. And kind of the whole point of this is we don't necessarily give you guys answers. It's why it's called questions and context. You guys ask the questions and we give you context from our experiences so you guys can take our experiences, apply them in your life, and you find your own answers. So, what do we got today?
So today we have doing video work for free. Should you or should you not?
Okay, so I guess it wasn't really from anybody in particular. There was kind of other questions throughout the post that kind of talked about similar experiences of doing video work.
It was leaning into this, and we're like, oh, this is something we should talk about.
So, what have been your experiences with free work?
It all depends on the direction I want to go. So free work is great when I want to move into a new category. So when let's say I want to move more into wedding videos, then I will look to do a free wedding video, either to do it with a relative of mine who's just getting married, or a friend of mine, and I volunteer to go do it, And normally we're always looking to get out of wedding videos, right? So I would do the same thing for client work. I'd go to any type of company if I want to do commercials for a company. And I'd say, hey, I'm looking to do a commercial for a project, just trying to practice and get into this field. Would you be interested in a commercial? And like 9 out of 10, someone's going to go, yeah, knock yourself out. So, and then you do that video and now you have it on your reel and you're like, this is what I can do. And it helps you to then sell your next one, either to that same client where if they like your first one so much that then they hire you to do the next one, or they share that video with someone of their contacts and they introduce you to someone else.
Or nothing happens with it, but now you have a video.
Yeah.
Right. But I like what you mentioned about, they share it. For me, I found that when we first started doing film production, we did free work for a lot of the wrong clients. Mm-hmm. And they were people who didn't really have any connections. They weren't people who were connected with other people. They were actually kind of in a way like loner businesses that actually had really...
they were going to struggle and die at one point.
Yeah, their businesses were eventually going to fade out and die because of the type of personalities that they were. That they weren't connector type individuals. And so we found that when we did video work for them, obviously it led to nowhere because the projects just kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
Then we did a free project for a good friend of ours. And then the next thing we know, we get a $12,000 contract from that guy.
Yeah.
From the free video. And it was like, wow, that's awesome. And then there was another time when I did a video for a friend who they were trying to do some fundraising for an element in their own lives. So I offered our services as free. We used it as a moment to practice. And the next thing we know from that guy, we get connected to one of our really good partners that we do a lot of video work for now because they were a connected individual. So there is that potential of finding good clients through doing free videos, but you have to be able to learn how to really judge individuals and realize, oh, is this person a connector? Because connectors, what's great about them is they just connect. Like that's what they do. Like Frank is one of our actors, but that guy is always talking, and he connects us with so many people because he just talks, and because he talks about people that he likes. And so it's like when you do something good for them, they, just kind of inherently do something good for you. Mm-hmm. One thing that I found for myself with doing free video, and actually why you should do it, is it's a great opportunity to take notes on a project.
Yeah, to practice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, since you're doing it for free, it's not that bad if you fail, or it doesn't turn out the way you plan. So you can try new things, make new experiments.
And you can take notes of, oh, what could have kept this from failing? Or for us, every time we do a free project, we have everybody in the team take meticulous notes on their hours and their time spent on it. Because then from that, we can now build out pricing, where it's like, okay, we did this video and it took us this long, and it took us much longer on this side, but it took us shorter on this side. So now we can build out appropriate pricing for that type of video based off of the free work. So taking notes on it, trying to build systems off of it. Now, the other element I'd say with that is it doesn't always have to be free. And kind of a caveat to that is I would suggest, even if you do it for free, still invoice the client. Or if you give them a discount, invoice the client. You want people to know what the value is. If you just say, hey, I'm going to do a free video for you, that's it. Now, when you come into wanting to charge people for videos, they're going to think that it should always be free. Or they'll tell themselves, I'll give you $100 and a box of cookies. It's like, well, it costs more than that.
That's worth it to you.
Yeah. So like for us, every time we do something, like we just did a project for a client where they're a good friend of ours. They weren't able to pay the full rate. So we're like, cool, well, we'll just charge you for 1 day of filming, and then we'll actually donate the editing time to you. But we still sent them an invoice for the full video price with a discount. And so that way now when they look at it, they say, oh, I'm getting a great deal off of this. It was supposed to be 25 grand, and I'm getting it for, what we gave it to them for.
10.
It was less, but
yeah.
They were able to feel appreciative for the discount that we gave them, but at the same time, they know how much that video was worth, and that as they see it perform well, our hope is that they realize, wow, that was definitely completely worth what it would have cost, and so then now they're willing to pay that higher price.
Right. They look at the price of what it could have been, and then also the amount of money they made with it, and they're like, oh wow, we made 10 times more than what this video was going to cost us. Mm-hmm. So it'd be worth us to then make another one for this other project.
Mm-hmm. And it also kind of sets you up for, if you've got a connector friend and they're talking about it, they know what that price point is. Because that's great. When we did our video for our friend for free, we told them that we were looking to do $3,000 videos or $2,500 videos at the time. And so we did that video for him. He was like, yeah, it definitely was worth that. And then when he came back and introduced us to other people, he was like, oh yeah, here's COMV. They do videos for $3,000. And so it's like, even though he did his for free, he knew what value to offer to other people. And we've had other clients do that on, the higher ranges as we go up. They know, hey, COMV, they do these great videos for us. They're usually around 25 grand or more, or 50 grand or more. And it kind of helps our client in a way be able to communicate and sell for us.
Which is great if you can have sales reps out there, and every client you make that loves you and celebrates you, that's a sales rep for you as well. Mm-hmm.
And will be a better sales rep. So we had an experience
much better
with
sales rep than you.
We had an experience with marketing for video, and what we found as we were trying to build up search engine optimization, which in my opinion sometimes is a little bit of a myth, but anyways, that's another tangent for another day. As we try to build up SEO and as we try to build up our own marketing funnels for getting video work within our area, we realized no one or very few people were searching video production Salt Lake City. Yeah. It just wasn't really what people were doing. People who had a business knew, especially nowadays, I think early on in the days when like video production was so new, talking like 15, 20 years ago, like early 2000s. Yeah. It was worth it to, search, my location and video production. But now it's like everybody knows someone who has had a video done for them.
Yeah. Especially when you're working with higher end clients.
Mm-hmm. And so they don't go Google search it. They go, hey, who do you know? That video that you guys did was super cool. Who did that? Oh, well, it's these guys. Mm-hmm. That's really how we realized that, oh man, all this time we were putting in the SEO and stuff like that was just really kind of a waste of time. And really what was a better investment for us was curating our clients' love for our team and doing things for them that wasn't always like, hey, we're going to charge you for it. It was like, hey, we love you guys. We're grateful for your, you being a client to us. we'll offer you this video for free, or yeah, we'll just do that at no charge, or doing things like that to kind of curate that relationship. And that way, when that person comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for someone to do my video course, or I need someone to do my YouTube commercial. Oh, dude, COMV, these guys are great.
Yeah.
Pretty
much every single one of our clients have come from another client.
Yeah.
Some form or another.
Yeah, I'm trying to think through like the clients that we have going right now, and yeah, every single one has come as a reference of someone else, and none have come through any other means of advertising.
That's right. Except there are times where they came to us because of a creative project that we did. In fact, the majority of our original first clients came to us because of the creative projects, the short films that we made.
Kind of.
It was our short films that inspired, like, showed our work and showed what we were capable of and the quality. And they're like, wow, that short film was really good.
Alongside with other commercial work that we had done.
That's right.
I would agree with that. I would say, again, we had talked about this in another questions context video. Just because you do a really great sci-fi short film, you probably won't get hired to, do like a Lamborghini commercial or something, because it has nothing to do with it.
Unless there's a Lamborghini in there with some crazy awesome shot.
Yeah.
And that was like the main feature of your short film.
But you may get hired to do a sci-fi music video.
There we go.
So it's like people hire you because of what they've seen you do. So again, that kind of takes us back to doing video work for free. Yeah, you should be, with some caveats of make sure it's the right person. It's that type of connector person. And if you just kind of slow down and pay attention to people, you learn how to be able to tell, like, who are these people who just connect naturally and who are these people who really have nothing to offer you, but are just like, hey, if you do it for free, I'll give you great exposure. And it's like, okay, who are you going to expose me to? Your cousin? Yeah. So being able to discover and notice who those people are, being able to use the experience of doing a free video for learning what you could do better on, how can you perfect your system, or taking notes so you can then say, oh, this video was great, a wedding. I did this wedding. I was thinking I would have charged $1,000 for it, but I realized after equipment rental costs and everything, it should have been $1,500. It's like, now Now you can be so much more set up for the next thing.
Yeah. I think that's everything for that video, for that question.
Any final thoughts from your own experiences?
It's all about knowing where you want to go and the type of people you want to connect with, and then be willing to compromise the amount of work involved, or what's the word? It's like there's a lot of work to go the direction you want, and make sure that's the direction you want to go, and be willing to sacrifice the cost involved to get there.
And I think that's a great note to finish on. Don't do a video for free if that's not the type of videos you want to do. Like, I'm not going to do a video for someone who I have no clue who they are, and it's about some random like business that I really could care less about, because then next thing I know, I'm going to get nothing but offers from people about this business element that I don't want to participate in.
Right, and you don't even enjoy that type of video.
So it's like, don't do free work for things that you won't enjoy. I think Jason put it in a great way, where it's like, envision where you want to go and do free work in that realm. Cool.
Thanks, guys, for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, give us a thumbs up.
And if you have any of your own questions, head on over to context.comv.org and submit your questions there. You can also submit comments below. Submit your questions, and we look forward to giving you guys some more context on your own filmmaking questions.
Thanks.
See ya.
Cheers.